Hello and welcome to the JTrain podcast. It's a Chit Chat Wednesday, and today's guest is Steph Tolev. I've known Steph for years. She is hilarious, and she has a special that is out on Netflix right now. The link is in the bio of this episode. I will mention that during this episode, obviously, while with Steph, but I just want you to go watch it right now. It is such a funny special. I watched it earlier today, and you're helping the comedians an enormous amount by watching it early and often. We want that view in the first month. That is, listen, I went through this whole Netflix thing. It's on Netflix. That helps Steph the most, and we want to be, we're the OKPs, so to speak. We're the original key players. We're talking right to the comedian. She came on the show to sell her wares, so to speak, but she's just so funny. She's open for me on the road in LA, around LA, and we just had such a great time together, and she quite literally murders. Like, it is pee your pants funny. It is called Filth Queen, and it's filthy. The special's filthy, and we talk about Steph and some of the bits from the special. We talk about how she met her boyfriend, who is also a comedian and musician, and how you meet someone and how, when you're away, long distance relationships, all good stuff and fun. And you're basically what Chit Chat Wednesday is all about. You are a fly on the wall for two friends catching up. So enjoy today's episode, and please go watch Steph's special. Hello and welcome to the JTrain podcast. This is JTrain, Jared Freid, coming to you live from Delray Beach, Florida. It's a Chit Chat Wednesday where I sit down with a friend, a comedian, an expert. And today I have all three. Friend, hilarious comedian with a special that you can go and watch right now. I'm actually going to ask that you pause this and go at it to the queue. We are within the month of it coming out, which is very important. I'll let you behind the curtains, people. I will flip back the curtains and tell you how this biz runs, okay? We want you to watch it early and often because that helps the comedian that you are about to meet. Her name, and she's an expert. She's an expert in filth. She is the Filth Queen herself. That is the name of the special, Filth Queen, Steph Tolev. Thank you for coming on the JTrain podcast. How are you?
Thank you for having me. How are you? It is very important. And I'll tell you what, I have done, I thought all I could do to get people to watch this goddamn thing. And yesterday I did another video being like, because I keep putting it on myself because I'm a psycho. I'm sure you did the same for yours.
Right.
And I literally was like, someone in my DMs was like, oh my God, you have a special on Netflix? And I was like, I've only been talking about it for literally how long?
It is, I said this, I think, to Lisa Traeger. I sent her a note. I work, Lisa and I consider a close friend, but this was my close friend. This is me giving you the same speech as her. Is like, enjoy it as much as you can because it will turn into Smigel's version of The Ring. It could erode you to a miserable fuck if you let it. Because it's stuff like that. Because you have someone in your DMs, and let me give you the feedback that you probably already gave yourself. Not everyone's keeping up on you, Steph. Not everyone. They don't spend their day looking at your story, caring about your life, caring about your special. And I'm sure you said this to yourself, and you went back and forth, and you went from, how the fuck does this person not know, to they might have known, and they didn't want to seem like a loser who kept up too much on your life, and it enraged you as much as it did. And it would have enraged me too. I'm with you. I get it.
This enraged me more because this guy keeps asking me for a threesome. So I'm like, you can go out of your way if you want to fuck me and my boyfriend, but you can't look at my fucking Instagram. Like, what are you talking about?
Do you know how many women I get DMing me and they're like, hey, we should get drinks. And I'm like, and I had like give them advice. Like people used to DM me and I would give them advice, dating advice. And it'd be like, from 6 years ago. And I'm like writing paragraphs of like, hey, here's how you, and then I see that they didn't share the special. I gave you 15 minutes out of my life for a stranger to help you with your stupid fucking boyfriend that now you're asking me for drinks 6 years later and you didn't, and I don't see from 2023. I don't
Yes.
see that you tagged me in your thing where you shared, and then I'm the piece of shit. Look, I'm getting mad because you get mad at yourself. You go, I guess I'm the dick because I've written back to people like I could get screenshot to death. Like there could be like if here's the problem I have, and I think we all have this as comedians. We get frustrated, and if we ever get, I don't think canceling is this, but if we do something wrong, if we really trip up, there'll be a line of like 6 dozen people that will be like, and look at how they reacted when all I said is I want to get drinks. They're like, why don't you share my special? Look at what a piece of shit this is. And I'm like, so you're going to lose. You're not going to win. Don't fight this battle. Steph, I'm telling you, let the special get drifted out to sea. Wave to it.
Yeah.
Wave to it. I'm telling you, it'll age you.
Yeah, I am feeling that, and I'm like, I feel like you do the same thing. You do a million fucking podcasts. You do it. Well, this is the thing. I'm like, this is why I wanted to do your podcast so bad, because you have so many great female listeners.
Well,
and this is what I need here. I need the ladies to listen to me, because the men, I'm getting these DMs that are like, normally I wasn't even gonna watch your special because I fucking hate women. But I watched it. It was actually hilarious. And I'm like, no. Then it's not for you then. I need the women who already support other women. Come over here. Turn it on. There's no way you're not going to like it.
I want you to read my notes. This is what I wrote. Okay? I don't know if I'm going to get it on camera. It says, you need my audience.
Yes.
I need my audience.
You do have it right there.
I wrote it down because I'm even watching the special. So I watched it. It's fantastic. Everyone should go watch it. You're going to have fun watching the special. You're not going to like sit there and be like, I don't know if I agree. No, you're going to have a fun, laugh out loud time. This is night on the couch, smoke weed, whatever you do, have a drink, get a little loose, and then turn this on. And I'm telling you, watch it tonight. This is Chit Chat Wednesday. Watch it Wednesday. It's a Wednesday night. I'm sunk in my couch, in my comfy cozies. And listen, we're going to stop selling in a second. But I did write that down because I was watching and I'm having fun with it. And the women in your crowd, and it was taped in Boston, my hometown. But you probably get, and again, I know the men you get, I don't find women funny. I knew that already. But you're getting the girlfriend of that douchebag who's like, getting too drunk because she doesn't even want to be at the comedy show and thinks that she has something to like, there's a woman that stands up to tell you what her pussy looks like. I hated her. I wanted to be like, sit the fuck down. You're at a special taping. Just say, yes, my pussy looks weird too. And then sit down and let Steph fucking take the wheel. Do you know what I mean? Like, and I'm sitting there thinking, I'm going, the people that come to my show, and you've opened for my shows. You've come. We've done shows together.
Yes.
And they love you because you're speaking for them and giving a perspective like, hey, my nipples, I look like I have big nipples, but I don't have big nipples, is actually a female premise.
Yes.
Because men wouldn't go, well, I'm a big nipple looking guy. It just wouldn't be in the conversation. That's a fun woman on the couch.
Yes.
We're all discussing, like, that's from Bridesmaids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think the women that come to my show, and I'm like trying to feed them towards you, because they would be the ones crying in their seat, not sitting there going, well, let me tell you about my nipples. They would go, they would enjoy it. And this woman that was standing up, I got mad at her. I'm sorry for getting mad at her. It was a visceral reaction.
There was a man, I did 2 shows, and there was a man in the first show who came alone and sat dead center and didn't laugh at a single thing I said. And when I tell you, it was the most distracting thing. So the second show, I made my manager go out and find like weirdos. I'm like, find someone who has a tattoo on their fucking eyeball and put them in the front row. Because I don't want these fucking like this little show just staring at me. I'm like, this is crazy.
The guy trying to prove
like,
that
what
he
was
doesn't,
that?
It can't be broken. What is he, Ivan Drago?
And then you came to my show. You bought tickets to see this. Like, why?
And it says special taping.
Yeah.
And like how fucked up are you to go to a special taping and be like, I'm just gonna see if they can get me. Like that's just such a bad attitude.
It's bizarre. It's so bizarre.
Did you say anything to him?
I did. I kept being like, I hate you. And we kind of let out because I kept saying it because I was so annoyed. I'm like, why are you here? I was so bothered by him. But then, yeah, it's you know what? Just watch it. That's it. I just need the ladies. I need the ladies to watch it. That's all I need here. And like the men will like it too.
No, the men are gonna love it.
Won't like it, but like,
but that's the point. The women will love it because you're speaking from their soul. This isn't men are this, women are this. This is, even though we're doing the men are this, women are this to describe who, but it's this. I thought of it when the small nipple part came up. I was like, that's something I would see on Betches. That would be like, you think I'm a big nipple bitch. I'm actually a small, petite nipple woman. And
I the way that's the way you took out from the whole photo.
That's the one takeaway I had. I'm watching this because I'm like, what are we going to talk about? And like, again, there's a lot to talk about. We'll get to at the end. I have a game. But you're coming to us from a ship's hull, apparently. Where are you?
This is my podcast studio. It's an old doctor's office. It's my house, but
it looks like an old doctor's office. And that, to me, it's also LA looking. Like, do you like LA? Do you get told you're not an LA person?
I do. I get told a lot. And I was just in New York and I was like, I get it. I get New York. I get the hustle, get the bustle. But the second I get back to LA, I'm like, oh, I need this. I'm used to this now. I like kind of not seeing anybody and just chilling and walking my dog. Like, where is everybody always going in New York? I'm on a side street at 2 a.m. and there's 17 people pushing on the sidewalk. I'm like, where are these people?
I just moved to Delray Beach. I'm living in Delray Beach for the summer.
Oh, fuck. Okay. Yeah.
So, but I'm like toying. Like, I'm like here to see if I like it to make it work. And what you're saying is like the big pro of like, when I come here, like, I'm like, like I feel like I can really like relax. In New York, it's work. And I almost like, I'm like slow dripping. Like I'm microdosing work in New York and not really feel like I'm accomplishing anything. And then when I visit from living here, I'm like, I got my shows done. I got some material in. I got my podcast done. You know what I mean? Like you have time to like think, I feel like, and it's like quiet. Right. And like, I don't know, you don't drink, right? You're not a big drinker? I stopped drinking. Well, I've been off of drinking on drinking. I lately I've been drinking less.
Okay. I don't know how the fuck you don't drink in New York City. I literally drank excessively in LA for the party week for the special. And then I went to New York and I'm like, I'm not drinking. I was blackout every night. You can't not drink in that city. Everyone's drinking. It's everything's too late. See, in LA, there's no drinking. I don't drink when I do shows here because I drive there. And I'm like, well, good night. Got my set at 10, in bed at 10:30. Like that's it. I'm not out partying.
Right. And also like, LA, there's like, again, you said walk your dog. Like that's not like people walk their dog in New York, but it's like, let me get this over with. You know, I
like to go for a hike yesterday. I went on a long hike. We mucked around the mountain, came back down, and now I'm like, this is nice. Saw some ocean, came back down.
So here's the other question. Will your special haunt you is like kind of the subject matter? Because I get people that message me, and mine was called 37 and Single. So I have people who message me, hey, I'm 37 and single too. I'm like, do you know what the date is today? Like, have you looked at the calendar? Like, what do you mean two? Like, so I'm making rage.
That's so funny.
So you're going to get, and these are why I want to ask these questions. Are you still with the boyfriend that you mentioned in the special?
Yes, I am.
Are you still living together?
Yes, we are. Yes.
Is he still a cruise ship? What does he do on a cruise ship?
He's currently on a cruise ship right fucking now. And
do you like this dynamic? What does he do on the cruise ship? Are you allowed to say? And you don't like the dynamic. You don't like the distance makes the heart grow fonder.
We've been fighting all week. I'll be straight up honest. Okay. I'm not good with this kind of because we're together for like 2 weeks. And when we're in LA, I'm working. So we're here and I'm like, well, I have a show tonight. Do you want to come with me? So I'm like dragging him to like 3 shows a night. And then I come back home and then we're tired. And he wants to stay up and watch a movie. But I'm like, I've been up since 6 editing. So I have to go to bed. So then we stuff in like date night as much as we can here. Then he goes for 3 weeks. Right. And then I'm like, he's in Japan. I can't get service. It's 24-hour time change. I'm like, hello, where's my boyfriend? So it's like, I've been very stressed. And because for the special came out, I've been super stressed. So it's been a very stressful month. And when I'm with somebody, I need to be in their ass. I'm like, I want
Really?
you here. I like a week away is fine, but this 3 week gap every like couple weeks is not working for
What
me.
does he do on the boat?
He's like a magician, not magician. He's a musician, like, and he does like comedy. So he has his rock and roll show, and he like talks in the middle of it, and then he plays piano.
I get it. So
Yeah.
he on the boat for the week because my parents were just on a cruise. My brother was just on a cruise,
Oh
and
God.
I like met them afterwards, and they like loved it. They have you
Yeah,
gone with him?
I've gone, and I don't need to go again.
Well, what
I've
happened?
gone
Why
twice.
don't you want to go again?
I don't like these people. I think
The
cruise people
people.
are
So my
gross
parents.
people.
You don't like my parents. You don't like
I
my
don't.
brother. You don't like his wife.
What cruise did they go on?
My
What
parents were on
cruise line?
Silver something, and it's like an
Okay.
imprint of Royal Caribbean, I think. Silver
Okay.
something.
Okay.
My brother and his wife went on the went on the Ritz. That like
Okay. So that's fancy. This is nice.
fancy, and they loved it.
Yes.
But there are performers, and we know people do comedy on ships, and it's hard because you have to live with the people. Again, I'm
Yeah.
37 and single too. People mean well, but they don't. It can be soul sucking.
It is soul sucking, and he's really fucking talented. Like he plays piano like I've never seen a person play in my life. He plays like Jerry Lee Lewis. Like he's played Jerry Lee Lewis in like a bunch of plays and stuff, and he uses his foot like he's nuts.
Really?
And
So he's doing
he's
like
crazy.
dueling pianos type shit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And he's jumping off the fucking piano, and he's like rolling off the stage.
Benson
He's
Boone.
nuts. It's crazy. And then we'll walk around the ship after, and people will be like, "Hey, you were really sweaty last night." And that's all they say to him. And I'm like, we gotta get you off the ship, man. Like, if somebody in Hollywood needs to see you, because this is so fucking stupid. And then
To the
it's
listeners
just,
at home, the cruise ship thing is a way to do your entertainment career because you can make a living, but
yes.
you are quite literally out at sea,
Mhm.
and you might be missing out on opportunities that happen stateside on land.
Yes.
Right?
That's
kind of
exactly
the
what's
problem.
happening. Yes. And it's like, I get it. It's like he's not doing anything here right now, so I get it. He needs this to make money. But the only cruise I will say that I would go on again, and if anybody's thinking of going on any cruise, if you can go on an Alaska cruise, that's the one I would go on. The fucking views,
do you think
unbelievable.
are the people better? Is it a smarter person because they're
it's
like
kind
more
of, but,
thoughtful
like,
because it's cold? They don't just want pool and
yes,
hot.
it's just people who like literally every minute of the day you're looking at glaciers, bald eagles, sea. I saw two little seals on sharing a little iceberg. When are you gonna see that again?
Right,
literally watched
once in a
them
lifetime.
for an hour. I was like, I was like calling people over. I had binoculars, like it was, and then the stops are all cute because you're like in the middle of a fucking Alaska. But like the other ones, like he also works on Princess, and Princess is old people.
Right.
So it's like old blobs that are just like blobbing around. They all have oxygen tanks. They're all like, the elevators are full. It's like,
it is like, you ever see Wall-E? Like when they're like attached.
No.
Wall-E, they basically show people like the future is people attached to chairs because they're just eating so much, and
that's a cruise ship. That's
Yeah.
it. The buffet, people are pushing out of the way. I'm like, you're watching people like burn their hands because they're like, I gotta get the piece of bacon at the back, and they're like singeing their skin. It's bizarre.
it is a little bit animalistic. Like you do
It
see
is.
people at kind of their most bingy.
And then
it's been a while since I've been on a cruise, but my brother and his wife and my parents, like they all had fun. And I do think cruises are going to come back for our age group. Like they're going to start making them for us, like,
well, because they have like Disturbed or whatever. Well, the band will have one now. And I did Heather McMahon. Do you know her? You must know Heather McMahon.
I know Heather. I said, much like you want to come on my show because you think the audience would be great, I want to go on that cruise. I met a woman.
Yes.
I'm serious. I was just in Lisbon because I went and did a show in London, then met my brother and his wife. I'm in Lisbon. A woman comes up to me as I'm walking the street, and she goes, "Oh my God, Jared, you're from TikTok." I go, yeah, I guess so. And then she takes a picture with me, and then I talk about this on Coffee with JTrain. You can sign up for the Patreon. We end up getting a drink that night. And
Well.
she goes, "I was on the Heather McMahon cruise." And she goes, I am now the biggest Steph Tolev fan that exists. This is straight
That's
for her
so
mouth.
funny. That's
and I
so
go,
funny.
I love Steph. And she goes, I'm her biggest fan. She goes, if it wasn't for the cruise, and she was saying, it was funny, her perspective on going on that cruise was like, and I think it's a lot of our perspective at this age, we're kind of embarrassed of the gluttonous American. You're from Canada, but like this gluttonous American that just goes on a cruise and feeds themselves until they roll off at the end. She kind of had that like tinge to her. She's like, I don't go on cruises. I'm not that person. It becomes your description as a human. It's summertime. Eat that burger without feeling bad about it, because Hero Bread has you covered for all of your barbecue, taco, and sandwich needs. Each serving of Hero's classic burger and hot dog buns has 0 grams of net carbs, 0 grams of sugar, 11 grams of protein, 22 grams of fiber. That means you can enjoy all of your summer favorites and still hit your health goals. What's even better is that it's soft, fluffy, and tastes just like bread you're used to. Here's what I'll say. I love Hero Bread, and here's how confident I am with how good it is. Put it out at the barbecue. Put it out. Don't put it in the wrapping. Just put it out in the bowl where you'd put all the buns. No one is going to say a word. And that's the goal. It's to have bread without all the crummy stuff in it. So, and again, if I was offered the choice between 2 breads that tasted exactly the same, and one had fiber and 0 grams of net carbs and was going to keep me fuller longer, I'm going to go with that one. So that is my challenge to you. Get Hero Bread. Use the free money we're going to give you, because we're going to give you free money. That's what we do here. All of your go-to recipes are covered with Hero's sliced bread loaves, tortillas, bagels, and dinner rolls. Hero Bread is offering 10% off your order. Go to hero.co. Use code JTrain. That's JTrain. That's JTrain at checkout. Hero.co. Use code JTrain. That's JTrain at HERO.co.
But that cruise was very different than any other cruise because it was 95% women.
I want to go. I'm putting this out there. I've said it before. I want to go on Heather McMahon's cruise so badly.
You would no longer have a penis if you went on that cruise. It would have been sucked off.
I'd be the Ken
I'm
doll.
not even joking.
Yeah.
It would have been so wet and soggy from how sucked off it was. You would have had to throw it into the sea. I'm telling you right now, people were looking at my boyfriend. I was like, get your I'm like holding his hand, and I'm seeing women like, I fuck him, and I'm like, I gotta get out of here because I'm too jealous. So that was a lot for me. Also, like that woman was rare because Heather's fans are, I think, a little more sophisticated. I'll say she did say
she was like, we were chill. Like she was like, there was a very wide, there was a spectrum of fan on that cruise that went from like, I'm a mom, I can't believe I'm here, to like normal women who are like, yeah, we're just friends and we had a couple extra bucks. And why not?
And like, I just think Heather's fans are like, obviously they're women and they're nice and supportive, but they were, I think, a little taken aback by some of my stuff.
Right. Well,
one of my shows I did is called Filth, and we just do like nasty stories. So the comedians are saying like wacko shit, and I'm like, people are like alarmed. I'm like, this is the show. It's called Filth. Like,
you walked into filth, not pearls.
Sorry, not clutching your pearls. You are clutching your pearls when you fucking left.
Right.
But it was that was just like, okay. And then for a second I was like, do I want to do my own cruise? And I'm like, I can't do this. It's too much. So much drinking, so much eating. My mom came on the cruise too.
The Heather McMahon cruise?
Yes, her and her friends were like, fuck it, we'll come to the cruise. And that was even more
Did you have fun?
I did, yeah. We got really, really drunk one day, and then I got sun fucked, and then I had like a crazy sun. My whole body was like open sores for like 3 days, so that kind of fucked me. But the rest of it was fun.
That sounds like my perfect day.
I don't know if I don't love being out to sea. I like the stops.
Right. I think the at-sea days are the best. It's like a snow day. Like you have the excuse to wake up and be like, I guess we're drinking all day.
It's that. I guess. I don't know. I feel like I'd rather just be like a nice stop in Alaska. You go get some fucking shrimps. You fucking sit. You get some oysters. Right. You fucking have
I mean, I just came from that type of trip. So I was in Lisbon, and then my brother, his wife, and I, we go to Comparda, and we're at this hotel that's in the middle of like rice fields, and there's bugs everywhere, and like it just became like the biggest Jew. I was like, I'm complaining. I'm like, who has bugs at a hotel? Like, who thought this was a good idea? That's like my grandmother's move. the questioning that is actually like judgment
Yes,
questions. Like,
yes.
who would think this would be a good place for a resort? And then you had to book the transfer to the beach club. And I was like,
Oh, that's so
you're
annoying.
staying
Yeah.
here to go to the
No.
beach. Why would there be any thought of like maybe people don't want to go every hour
You
or every
can't
minute?
walk?
It was like a 15-minute ride. Like it
Okay,
was
okay, okay.
like,
Oh, fuck. Okay.
what did you eat today? I like to ask this question.
I haven't eaten. I'm trying to. I'm
It's 9
starting.
a.m.
It's 9 a.m. Yeah, I have my overnight oats. They're ready for me.
Do you have coffee?
Oh, I'm on cup number 2 here, baby. Cup
Number
number
two.
2.
How do you
Yeah,
do
I'm
your
trying to
coffee?
lose weight because I'm going home back to my cottage for like 2 weeks in his family's cottage, and his family's all jacked, so I can't be flopping around. So I'm trying to tighten
So
up as much as I can.
you're both How did you meet? This is my question. How did you meet?
Okay,
You're both
it's a
cottage
good story.
families?
It's a
Because
very good
you have a
story.
cottage.
I have a cottage. He's a cottage.
That's
Okay.
weird, though, for him to be from America, the Finger Lakes,
Mm-hmm.
upstate New
Mm-hmm.
York, and be a cottage family, and you're from like the woods of Canada, and you also have a cottage
Uh-huh.
family. I know this
Uh-huh.
from just following your life, even though I didn't know you had a special until
Yeah, no one does.
today.
Yeah, no one does. No one does. It's a nightmare. Netflix does not advertise the way you think. Anyways,
You're
uh,
preaching to the choir. They don't,
oh, trust, I
when you
know.
get the deal you got,
I
they
talked to Ari
go,
Shafir yesterday and he calmed me down because I was like having a fucking
who
meltdown.
is this?
Ari Shafir.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're not, I mean, they give
because
you, they put it on again, put it on the canoe, wave goodbye to it.
yeah, I'm aware. And I was like, oh, at this point, I just need like now my agent is the one who's like sending it to like casting people. I'm like, that's all I need now. If I can just get it on a TV show, I'm done. That's it.
You will be cast from this. I mean, like you're doing you. I mean, like it's you, but like you're performing. Like this is a
I'm
performance,
it's a performance. I'm
and
dying. My
people will
back
love
is in
it.
shambles.
Again, it's called Filth Queen. It's there right now, waiting for
Go
you.
watch
Literally,
it.
the link will be in the description of this episode, so you can click it, add it
Thank
to
you.
queue. But we don't want you adding to queue because
Just watch it.
we
It's
want you to
56
watch it.
minutes.
Just press play, walk out of the room, let it fly, and then it'll be there when you go, oh,
Yeah,
you are currently watching. Yeah.
my dogs watched it 1,000 times. I'll tell you that. It's been. I put on yesterday. My dog literally rolled her eyes and looked away. I was like, oh god, this is hell.
How did you
How I
meet
Met
your
Jefferson. I
boyfriend?
gotta tell you the story. This is so good. Okay, so I'm at the Laugh Factory a year and a half ago. One of those nights where have you done the Laugh Factory in LA?
I've done it. It can be
Okay.
tough,
It there were 14 people in the audience. It was
even
10
tougher.
p.m. on a Wednesday, and everyone was bombing. And I
Yeah.
was like, I'm not in the mood. I had done 2 shows before this. I was so tired. I remember I was sitting back and I was like, I was in the crowd to like fill up the crowd because it was that bad. I'm like, I don't want to do this right now. I'm so embarrassed. Shooter McGavin walks in. You ever seen Happy Gilmore?
Are you kidding me? This guy's a
Shooter Mc,
legend.
you're about to lose your mind. Shooter McGavin walks in, and I'm like, what? I go, oh my god, and I'm like, he's so drunk, he's stumbling in. I'm like, "Huh?" And I look over and I see my boyfriend Jefferson behind him, and I go, is that his son? I go, Shooter McGavin and his fucking son are at my show. I start freaking out. I'm like, I'm pacing backstage, and I'm like, well, I have to be funny, so I go on. And usually I would do crowd work. I'm doing bits. I'm like, whoa, look at this guy. I had come out guns blazing. I start doing the joke about where I asked men their dick pic angle. And I go, anyone out here? And then I go, no one wants to answer me. And then Jefferson, sitting with Shooter, goes, I'll tell you mine. And I'm like, Shooter McGavin's son? I'm like, what is happening? So he starts telling me that he's like, he has his dick pic where he puts his tiny little etch a sketch on his penis. And I was like, and I have a joke about etch a sketch. I'm like, what is this guy talking about right now? So I'm like laughing at him. So I get off. I'm like, I actually end up doing okay. I get off and I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to go say hi to fucking Shooter McGavin. I don't care. I never fangirl. So I walk over. I'm like, hello. Sorry to interrupt. And they're in this back booth. They have like 3 martinis. I'm like, hello. My name's Steph. And Shooter shook my hand. He's like, God damn it, woman. You're hilarious. And I was like, okay. And I'm like, oh, is this your son? And then Jefferson stands up. He's like, more of a nephew. And I'm like, huh? And he gives me a hug. He's like, you're so funny. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he's like, so do you get like a drink after? And I'm like, I'm so stupid. I go, no, I'm going home to bed. And he's like, oh, okay. Bye. I'm like, see ya. And I ran out and I'm like, oh my God, I'm an idiot. So do you know who Alex Pavone is?
Yeah.
Yes, Alex Pavone is my best friend. He's my opener. He's obsessed with Shooter McGavin in such a way he got Shooter to do a cameo to ask his buddies to be in his wedding party.
Mhm.
So I text Pavi. I go, "Oh my god, I just met Shooter McGavin, and I think I'm gonna fuck his son." He's like, "What?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm gonna find him on Instagram." So I'm like the whole way home. I'm like, "Why didn't I stay? Why didn't I fuck? What is wrong with me?" By the time I park my car at my house, it's a 15-minute drive. Jefferson has already added me on Instagram and DM'd me, and I was like, "We're in, baby. That's all I needed." So I messaged him back. We started like kind of texting back and forth, and then the next morning I like kind of go to bed. I'm like, "Whatever." He texts me the next day. He's like, "Can I just have your phone number? It's easier that way." I'm like, "Uh-huh." So he calls me. So we're supposed to meet up for coffee. And I'm like, I'm going to suck his dick at coffee. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Like, he wasn't even being that flirty. I was like, I will suck his cock just so I could tell Pavi I did it. Because at first I was trying to be funny about it. And then he called me and we had like an hour conversation. Just like, no, like just full joking, laughing. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? We end up like texting all weekend. He's at his uncle's Lake Arrowhead place playing piano for this big party that he had out there. He invited me, but
And
I was
it's
like,
Shooter McGavin is his uncle.
it's Shooter McGavin.
It's really
Shooter
his uncle. Okay, yeah.
Oh no, it is his uncle. He is. I have no photos of me and Shooter, but I hung out with him a bunch. Shooter thinks I'm so funny. He literally last time we hung out in New York, he was like, "Jefferson, marry her already, for God's sakes." And I was like, Shooter. He like dies laughing at me. He thinks I'm the funniest person ever. It's insane. So that was it. We texted for a full weekend. He was going back to New York. He was living in New York at the time. And then we ended up fucking talking every single day. We FaceTime for 3 months straight to the point where I was like, 3 weeks straight. We FaceTimed and I was like, I had to come see you. So I was in Calgary and I like changed my dates. My dog sitter stayed longer. I flew to see him because he was in Nashville doing a play.
Mm.
I literally met him like before he went on stage. I was like, it was insane. And then we fucked in the back of his car immediately because I'm sick. I was
The
like,
back
hello,
of
let's go
his
to your
car.
We had been talking like every fucking day I'm talking like 8 hours a day.
What type of car?
FaceTime. He had a rental car and we ruined the back of that. And then
That's how that's why they say to rent, so you can
that's why
drive it as hard as you want.
Yeah.
Right.
Rent to ruin.
Yeah.
Get that insurance. And then we spent the weekend together, like 3 days together. And then at the end of it, he's like, I want you to be my girlfriend. I was like,
Right away.
Right away. And then I was like, you're moving to LA and you're moving in with me. And that's that. And there it is. And then that was it. He because he already had been between houses anyway. So he was wanting to move out here with his uncle. And I was like, you're moving with me. So we've been living together now. We started living together 3 months into dating.
A tale as old as time.
It's crazy. And like the issue is we're so similar. So when we fight, it's like demented. It's like not normal. It's scary. But when we don't fight, it's very nice. We're too similar is the problem sometimes.
Right. But that's,
it's good. The people watch us are like, oh, look how funny they are. They're great together. And I'm like, when people are great together, you don't see how great they are fighting together too. Because it's like, it's both sides of the coin there. Because we're both very stubborn. We're both very verbal. And we're like, if something
so
doesn't
the
go our
fights
way,
are loud and long.
Oh, they're crazy. Oh yeah, they're crazy.
Yeah.
They're very loud. Let's very
play
psychotic.
a game. We're gonna play a Filth Queen themed Would You Rather.
Okay. Oh, I love it.
Okay, these are all subjects from the special.
Okay.
And we want everyone to go watch the special. And again, these are real subjects from the special. Would you rather sex swing or outdoors? Sex in a sex swing or outdoors?
I'm gonna do out. Well, depends if it's with Jefferson, then sex swing.
Why? What is
because obviously I want to be fucking Jefferson, but like
right.
The sex swing story from my special, that man was so repugnant. The idea of that makes me physically ill. Well, so gross.
Try and separate the swing from the man.
Okay, I can't. I'm gonna say outdoors.
See, outdoors, I'm going with sex swing. Outdoors, they're literally the opposite as far as give is concerned.
Are you in the swing?
What?
Are you in the swing? Are you?
I don't care. We'll figure out. I'll go in the swing.
Because put yourself in the swing. It's a different situation in there.
Why? Because your body's not like sitting.
Your body's not normal, and you look like a fat pig. It's not normal.
Right. I guess you would look like Humpty Dumpty.
Yeah, worse. You look like Humpty Dumpty, like with fat pouring out of your body.
But I'm assuming. I guess right. Would I rather be bad? Like because I think the ground and outdoors, you think the ground has more give than it has. Like when you have sex on the beach, you're like, oh, it's going to be like a waterbed. And then you forget the beach doesn't move.
No, and the beach is bad because there's sand fleas. I was thinking like
sand fleas.
Oh, there's sand fleas. You can't be fucking in the sand. Have you not seen
That's
Sam's
more a
face?
woman problem than a.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
what if one is your pee hole?
Yeah, I wouldn't want to flee in my pee hole.
No, you would not.
All right, would you rather BJ to give a shower BJ or a sauna BJ?
Shower.
Rather a shower.
I almost passed away in the sauna.
So the sauna story that you tell, that is just you're serious in that advice. Do not give a guy a blowjob
do
in a
not do
shower.
it. I
in
actually
a
couldn't
sauna.
breathe. I actually
You couldn't breathe.
I could not breathe. I was so dehydrated. It was not good. Also,
There
I was
is,
so drunk.
I will say, having gone into saunas, not given a sauna blowjob, but I would say when you walk in, you have to like figure out your breathing.
Yeah.
Like, you can't just walk in a sauna and go, oh, it's not the same thing.
No, you have to recongeal everything. It's not, you're not catching your breath properly. It's not good. And it's so hot in there. It's too hot to focus.
Okay, we'll do two more. Would you rather have a hemorrhoid or diarrhea?
Diarrhea. I have a hemorrhoid right now and I'm in hell. My hemorrhoid came back. I swear to God.
Is it from pushing too hard when you shit?
No,
I was always told that a hemorrhoid was that.
It's not from that. Hemorrhoids are majorly from stress.
The stress of pushing too hard from shitting.
No, I do not push hard. I sit down, my anus is already open before I sit down, and it comes out. I'm on the toilet for less than a minute. It's no.
You got to talk to Michelle Wolf about this. She was just talking about this. Like, women, I don't think women understand how much men love sitting on the toilet because you guys like rush through that.
I don't have time to be in there. There's no time. I go
What do you
in.
mean, no time? We just spent a half hour talking about nothing.
No, well, this is, but I'm doing a podcast.
Yeah.
The second we're done this, I have like 100 things to edit. The second we're done, like it's crazy.
One last one. Two more.
Okay.
Would you rather hook up with someone who has a messy bedroom or messy pubes?
Well, that's messy pubes both ways, I would say. What kind of mess? Is there food in the bedroom or is it just like clutter?
It's disgusting. It's a bedroom that you're disgusted by in the same way it's pubes you're disgusted by.
Well, when you say messy pubes, do they stink or are they just like unkept?
Unkept. I wouldn't say no smell. Unkept.
Then
they obviously do not care for their pubes.
Well, there's a guy that who's a comedian that I give a hand job to, and his pubes were so long I couldn't even. I was like, they were getting caught in my hand. They stick out of his pants. I can tell you off air who it is.
Was he like, ow, ow, ow? Like,
no, nothing. And I'm like, they looked like he straightened them. I'm like, did you blow dry these to make them longer? Like, it didn't make any sense. They were so like, did he take a straightening iron? Like, they were so straight.
He pulls out a little mini iron. He's like, hey, yeah.
Hold on. They were so long. Like, I'm not joking. Now that I've told you, you're gonna see him at the cellar, and you're gonna see them peeking out of the top of his pants, and you're gonna be like, oh, she's right.
You've just narrowed it down a little bit. I need to know who this is.
Exactly. I'll tell you after.
Long and straight pubes.
Long and straight pubes.
That's crazy.
It's absolutely nuts.
Okay, what looks worse on a man? Him titty fucking or him fumbling to open a lock?
Titty fucking.
We really look that bad while titty fucking. And
you look horrendous.
The minute you pointed out in the special, I go, oh yeah, that is like, it's honestly the male titty fucking position. It's like trying to look bad.
There's nothing. No one looks good from that angle. That angle of you cowering on top of us with your full double chin, just like wet and shaking and like forcing it in. It's so gross. It's such a gross move.
Who even thought that was like a smart thing to do?
Unless you have gigantor tits, it's like.
Is there any woman that would like titty fucking? Like, is that
some do?
Is that a misogynist move to use a woman as a prop?
As a whole, it's bizarre. It's bizarre. I don't know. I haven't done it. I don't think I've done it in years.
I've done it. I've done it with my tits. Puts her clit right. Long clit right between my tits.
Long clit right between your tits.
Steph Tolev, thank you for coming on.
Thanks for having me.
Everyone go watch the special. It is called Filth Queen. She is the Filth Queen. At Steph Tolev on Instagram. The link to the special is directly below where you clicked to listen to this episode. Back next week. Boom.